Brad Pitt and Paramount have taken the zombie genre to a new place with World War Z. Not so much a horror movie as a globe-spanning, international thriller, the film is a mostly effective rethinking of the concept of the risen dead. It's big, it's solid, and it's about as close to an epic as a zombie film has ever come. There's no hiding in farmhouses in this movie. Director Mark Forster wastes no time getting the end of the world started here, as Pitt and his family are overwhelmed early in the film by a deluge of the living dead. Pitt's character, a former UN employee, is soon put back on the job. His mission? Figure out how to end the zombie plague. As he researches the origins of the outbreak across the world, his wife and kids are safe with the military, as long as Pitt can stay alive long enough to get the job done, that is. The film bears little resemblance to the popular Max Brooks book from which it takes its name. And that's fine, as that highly episodic tale didn't have a main character and really would have made more sense as a TV miniseries than a movie. That said, the film version of World War Z maintains some of the spirit of Brooks's work, with its take on how different governments would react to such a catastrophe. Gorehounds, however, will be sorely disappointed with this. The most blood you get here is the carefully applied cuts on Pitt's pretty boy face. Of course, this film was always intended to be PG-13, and as such, the zombies don't get to do much ripping or biting. And about those ghouls, despite what we've seen in the ads, they're actually a mix of the fast running type of zombie and the slow shambling variety. The script's reasoning behind this is pretty clever actually, and while the mountains and mountains of undead run the risk of being too CGI, I ultimately found these scenes to be pretty effective. Less effective, however, is the third act of the film. Without giving it away, suffice to say that Pitt's character makes a really dumb decision that totally drops the logic and real-world feel that the film had maintained up until that point. There's also some derivative elements that any Walking Dead fan will yawn over, and the subplot regarding his family's tenuous situation is basically brushed over. Still, World War Z works. It brings a pretty fresh take to the age-old zombie film, a genre that has been done to death by now, if you'll forgive the expression. IGN's giving the film a 7.6.